Hi guys, sticking to my favourite brands. So many of you were right on one of my last videos on what you think my favourite brands are. You knew me so well. So today I'm going to go for SMASHBOX, one of my favourite brands. I absolutely love it. I've been using it for years, and for like every kind of like few months or every couple of years, no, every few months or every year for sure, I discover a new product from SMASHBOX which I absolutely love and cannot live without. So yeah, gonna just, how many products have I got here? I've got one and a half, 2, 3, 4, 5. First and foremost, the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primer. This is just like the must-have product in life, and if you know me in real life, you'll know that I recommend, if you ever ask me about a primer, I will either give you a small sample of this because I always ask for them, and I've got them in so many goodie bags and stuff like that. So I'll either give you a small sample of this, or I'll tell you to go and get a small sample of this and try it out, and guaranteed everyone always goes back and buys it. I have rebought this so many times, and this is just the standard SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primer. It is so good. If I want my makeup to last all day, this is my go-to. I absolutely love it. Such a good primer, so smooth, so lovely. So many people are like, oh, but it's just clear, does it do anything? And then they put it on, they're like, oh my god, my skin feels so smooth. It is absolutely amazing, and your makeup or your foundation or your base will just glide on and last all day. It is just so good. Every day though, I use this SMASHBOX Photo Finish Hydrating Primer, which is basically the same thing, but it's just a bit more hydrating and moisturising. Because I just wear a tinted moisturiser every day, I don't need kind of like the foundation primer. So I love this one, but I think this has now been discontinued, which makes me really sad. And I don't know what I'm going to do when I finish these last few drops. I'll just use the original, but I just love this primer, and this is like the first product I ever tried from SMASHBOX, and it stuck. Then the Photo Finish Primer Water. So this is like, when I say fairly new, it's like 2-3 years old, but compared to the primer that I just showed you, which is like 15, 10, oh, I don't know how many years, but it's old, because one of the first products I tried from SMASHBOX. This primer water, again, this is like my 3rd, 4th bottle. The bottles last a long time though. I love this, so I spritz this just before I put my primer on. During the day, if I feel like my makeup just needs a little refresh, I'll just give myself a little spritz. Do it now. It's great as a setting spray. I still use a setting spray on top of this. I like this to kind of wet my brushes if I'm doing a look, eyeshadow look where I need to wet my brushes. I like this to wet my beauty blender with, but it's not like a setting spray as such. It's kind of like it's like the MAC Fix Plus basically. I love the smell of it. One thing I 100% do though is I have a smaller bottle for travelling, and I always get the smaller one from duty free if they have it, and I literally just, when I'm on the plane, I will keep on spritzing myself with this just to give me that hydration and just to refresh my makeup, that like the little makeup that I'm wearing when I'm on the plane. But yeah, I absolutely love the primer water, it's so good. Next is these highlight and contour sticks. So you get a pack of 3, you get a highlight one, and mine is a real state because it's just a stick, but it's a really nice creamy highlight stick. I've got a whole video on these. There's the contour stick, which is so easy to use and travel with, just dum dum down the sides of your nose. This I just use on the bridge of my nose and to highlight a little bit. But they're just like so small, so handy. And then there's a bronzer stick that you get with it as well, so you can just kind of bronze around the sides of your face and your hairline and stuff. But these are so creamy, so blendable, and just so easy to use. These are absolutely foolproof in the world of contouring. So if you haven't been cream contouring and you want to get into it, or you want to get into contouring, this is the way to go. You get them in a pack of 3, and I think they're not very expensive. I can't remember, they're 20 or 25 pounds, but they're just so good. The SMASHBOX Primer Lid Primer. It's for eyeshadows. I really like this. Again, I'm really into like eyeshadow primers anyway, and this is a really good one. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I think it's fabulous, makes my eyeshadows last all day. It basically is the same colour as my skin, so it doesn't kind of interfere with the eyeshadow shades, but I know that I can rely on this. If I want to use this under any eyeshadow from any brand, my eyeshadow will last if I'm wearing this Photo Finish lid primer under it. So it's really, really good. And it's just so easy to use as well, and like easy application, no fuss. I love it. And then my final favourite from Smashbox is the Smashbox Full Exposure Palette. I think this palette is so underrated. You don't see it all over the place, all over Instagram like you do so many other palettes. But this is the Full Exposure Palette. I have the double exposure, which I absolutely love as well, but I think the full exposure wins. If I'm travelling, depending on how long I'm going for, I would either take the full exposure with me, or I've got the mini full exposure, and I've oh my god, it's so good. I always take the mini full exposure with me because it's so good. It is, you've got 7 shimmers, 7 mattes. Like the gold and bronze shimmers are out of this world. All the neutrals are so nice, they're so pigmented. It's such a great palette, and I honestly, like, I love this palette so much. It is such a great palette. Can't explain to you how good it is. So yeah, those are my favourites from Smashbox. Comment below, let me know what you love from a Smashbox. Trying to think what other things I love from a Smashbox. I love their powders. I love their lip liners. The all sharp lip liners and eyeliners, they're really, really good as well. There are so many amazing things from Smashbox, and they also have some really, really amazing like contour palettes and all sorts of other palettes, but that's my favourite one, the full exposure. But yeah, comment below, let me know what your favourites are from Smashbox, and if there's anything that you think I'm missing out on, and I will speak to you guys very, very soon. Bye guys.